Hello, Jen here, and I have a book video for you guys today. I wanted to share with you my July TBR. It is a TBR that is made of local Canadian authors. They're all books that I got at the Calgary Comic Expo, and I thought since July is Canada Day that it would be a good month to read them all, and so I wanted to share them with you so that I could share some of our local talent with BookTube. So let me get started. The first books that I grabbed here, this is part of a series. This is by Susie Vadori, and the series I think is called The Fountain. So book 1 is The Fountain, and book 2 is The West Woods. This is a series where the main character is different in each book, but it all revolves around that same fountain. And so basically it is a private school or a boarding school, and the girls are sent there. In the first one, she doesn't quite fit in, and one day she's out wandering around, she comes across this magical fountain that will grant her a wish, and after she makes her wish, it's the story is just about her having to deal with the consequences of that wish. In the second book, it's the same thing, new character, same boarding school, same fountain, and the consequences of her wish and the magic from the fountain. So it sounds really good. This book won the Aurora Award, or was an Aurora Award finalist in 2016 for young adult reading, and I think this one was as well. So that's kind of neat. So I have those two books. Next up, I have another series, which is called On the Edge of Now. This is by Brian Alexander McCullough. These are quite thick, you can see there. So the first book is The Departure, and the second book is called No Man's Land. And basically this is about a boy named Tag who finds that he's able to jump through to parallel universes. So everywhere he goes, they're very similar to his normal home, or like our normal world, but there's little differences. So some of these universes might be more inherently evil, some are more inherently good. They have different government systems, they have different social systems and castes and things like that. And so it's basically about his struggles to find his own universe again. And so he's jumping through all of these. Sometimes he has to help out in that universe in order to be able to get to the next one. And then I think either at the end of this one or into this one, he finds a companion who is also hopping through those universes with them. I think her name might be Lucy, but I could be wrong about that. So these are the first two books in a 6-book series. While I was there, the author did also tell me that he has a companion, or I guess it's not a companion novel, it's like a liaison novel or a transition novel into a whole companion series. So lots and lots of good stuff coming from this author, and I can't wait to read these two. The other book I got is called The Wizard Killer, and the thing that I really liked about this series is that it is done literally as a series, like on television. So instead of chapters, there are episodes, and it helps to really make the story go really fast. It keeps up this really great pace, and I think that, let me double check, I think that there are quite a few books in this series. I could be wrong, but I feel like he said that there were maybe like 20 episodes or 20 seasons in this series. They're very short. Each chapter is very short, and I'm just really looking forward to it. It sounds like just this kind of interesting story. It's about, well, it says the world once at the height of magical technology and social order has collapsed. How and why are the least of the wizard killer's worries. So it's about a wizard killer and trying to figure out what's going on in this post-apocalyptic world. So this is by Adam Drees, and it also is an award winner. And then the last book that I got that I'm really looking forward to reading is The Electric Coma Dream. This is by Matthew Gillies, and this is about a girl named Anastasia who has been shot, she's been stabbed, she has a horrible life, she hasn't had much luck, she's been abused, she's homeless, she's jobless, and she overdoses on drugs and ends up in a coma. And while she's in her coma, she finds herself in a labyrinth. And I think essentially that labyrinth is sort of her navigating her life and having to figure out how to get out of the labyrinth and get herself out of all the trouble that she's in and the life that she's living. And so there are monsters in here that chase her. And let's see, it says she's stalked by a ravenous beast, and she's tormented by the grotesque personifications of her collective conscious. So yeah, it's I think going to be just a really sort of interesting look into her own personal life, how she is dealing with all of her problems, and hopefully how she's able to pull herself out of that coma and be a better person when she wakes up. So yeah, it sounds really interesting. And that is my July TBR, so I'll be sure to let you all know with reviews at the end of the month. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you have any questions at all about these authors or anything else, leave them for me down below. And until next time, happy reading. Bye.